We have made it again. Alrighty, Kingdom. Her name.
Farhad's heart felt ready to burst out of his chest. Shirin, the name of the woman he loved.
Aha.
Silence hung thick in the ethereal air, as if God himself were holding his breath.
Could I have walked up that way too? Just want to make sure. Yeah.
God had forsaken this place, and a demonic creature made it its home.
That's creepy. Okay, those are just shields. There's something special about that. Oh.
Something, perhaps the ominous roar, had activated the talisman stones. The Hooper, Farhad's thankless guide, was trapped. Farhad couldn't couldn't help but dwell on Allseed's dire warning.
Beware the Div Bistun if you value your life.
The poor bird was in grave danger. Drawn to the floating island, pierced by menacing light. He could remember nothing about it, but somehow it seemed familiar. Freed the hoopoe, but flap as it might, it struggled to fly. He tried to cradle the bird in his hands, but it evaded his gentle grasp. Perhaps Allseed's embrace would cure the bird of its injuries. If only it could do the same for Farhad.
You should not return to that cursed place.
Allseeds rumbled. Farhad shook his head. I must have answers, he said. I have to find Shirin. Allseeds sighed. A sound like the wind rustling through leaves. So sorry, Shirin, Farhad muttered under his breath. It pained him that he could ever have forgotten his love. What has done this to me, he thought. 1,000 thoughts and fears vied for supremacy in Farhad's head. All coalesced into a single burning goal. He had to find Shirin.
I'm assuming I'll come back and carve that at some point. Let's go.
Thankfully, it seemed Allseeds had healed the hoopoe's wounds. The little bird darted from one perch to another with a grace that brought a smile to Farhad's lips. But it was the lukewarm smile of a troubled man. He couldn't stop thinking about the floating island, skewered by light in the Revelations realm.
I have discovered that the talisman stones mostly appear around particular trees. Why, I do not know. I feel compelled to protect nature. The plague cannot be allowed to spread beyond the mountain. I have heard of an ancient temple nearby that may hold a solution.
The mention of an ancient temple piqued Farhad's curiosity. A reassuring warmth flooded through Farhad's body at the memory of Shirin's delicate face.
I'm pretty sure that was it.
Another of those cursed arenas. Just how far had the blight spread? Farhad's resolve hardened. If he didn't act, there may be no world left to recall. Of Shirin grew stronger. He cherished each as the bee treasures nectar and vowed to never forget her again. The enemies are growing in might and stature, Farhad realized. The blight must be worsening. His train of thought was interrupted. A sweet scent found its way to him on the gentle breeze. It seemed to be coming from the temple ruins.
This cursed place will be the death of me. Yesterday, one of the demonic hairy creatures, Devish, I have dubbed them, struck me in the chest with its stick. It was agony. It felt as if my heart was trying to leap from my chest. Bleeding profusely, I came across a temple, abandoned. I slumped to the ground, dejected, and prepared to meet God. But when I touched a large stone ring on the statue, it shone. Before darkness closed in, against all hope I awoke. My wound still throbs, but somehow it has stopped bleeding.
Does the large stone ring the author described hold some power? Farhad wondered.
All right.
The pickaxe's handle was carved from the fragrant branch of a pomegranate tree. Have I used this before? Farhad wondered. The feel of the pickaxe in his strong hand suggested the answer.
Boom. Just want to double check real quick. Okay. Ooh, what is that? Unlock my special ability? Yeah, buddy.
Building a canal to bring milk to her door was no easy task, but one Farhad would do again in a heartbeat.
Ready for the next battle. Oh, man. for some more pottery. I'm gonna have to best open. Dang it. And I think that should do it. Yep. Dang it. Because of that area down there? Follow the bird.
Farhad sucked in deep breaths to recover his energy. But despite his exertions, he realized he was humming the broken notes of some long-forgotten song.
Oops.
The princess came here from the ancient land of music and peace. Armenia. It was a couple of years before Farhad built the milk canal for her new castle in Persia.
Here we go. Who is that? Who are these guys?
The adrenaline wore off. A knot formed in Farhad's stomach. Those were royal soldiers, he thought, but they seemed mindless. Could the sickness affecting nature have spread to humans too? The notion struck Farhad with fear.
Possibly. I need to get up there. Ooh. How can he call himself a ruler when he has lost all control of his kingdom? He silences or exiles any critic, as I'm all too keenly aware, and now the Garabanvar's soldiers are acting aggressively, irrationally. They seem inhuman. If the plague has affected them too, then we are in more danger than I could have imagined.
Something about the name Garibanvars sent a shudder through Farhad. But why? He could not remember. Farhad's fear settled into a crushing depression. Wherever he went, he encountered only forgotten destruction, like a battlefield long after the fighting has ended. Why is nobody trying to stop this madness? Farhad thought. Perhaps they had.
It has been days since I touched the stone ring, but it weighs heavily on my mind. I found a runed book in the temple that called the ring the Zwara sign, the divine sigil of Anahita. She is the goddess of earth's water and protector of women. The temple books also talk of a tree with healing leaves and fruit. I will search for this tree tomorrow. The pain from my wound still lingers.
A smile touched Farhad's lips, for he was well acquainted with those wondrous trees.
Yeah, pomegranate trees, I think.